Hey guys, I just want to take a minute to sit down and talk to you really about something that God's been dealing with me about in this quarantine and having time to slow down. But I'm going to read out of Ephesians 3, 1 through 11. For everything there's a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to harvest, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time to cry and a time to laugh, a time to grieve and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to turn away, a time to search and a time to quit searching, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be quiet and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. What do people really get for all their hard work? I have seen the burden God has placed on all of us. Yet God has made everything beautiful in its own time. He planted eternity in the human heart, but even so, people cannot see the whole scope of God's work from beginning to end. And I think we all know there's seasons in your life, and there's times that the big decisions. Everybody understands that that's a new season in your life, and it's so easy for me, I pray about the big decision, and it's easy to pray about the big decision. And once I get the yes from God of that's where I'm supposed to be and that's my next season, I get really independent and I said, okay, God, I've got it from here. And I quit praying about the next season. And I don't ask of when is my next season? What is my next season? What does it look like? Because as soon as I get the yes, I start putting this picture in my head of how it's supposed to be and the time frame it's supposed to happen. And I quit relying on God to get me there. And it's more of, okay, God, I got this. And then when something doesn't work or doesn't go the way I thought it would, I revert back and did I miss God? Or that wasn't the season I was supposed to be in? But I don't think that's the case. And during this quarantine, it's really helped me slow down and realize that I don't ask enough. And I don't push into what the next season is and what it looks like. And I rely more on my understanding or my picture in my head of what God wants for me. So I just wanted to encourage you to, of course, pray for the big decisions. But after you get the yes or after you get a no, keep pushing and keep asking God, okay, what's the next season? Am I in the right season? What is it going to look like? And it may be uncomfortable for you, but you just got to trust that in your next season, that's where God wants you. It's your next season, or in the in-between. Don't get defeated. And God's plan hasn't changed. And keep praying and keep pushing. And we're not meant to know every step, even though a lot of us, especially athletes, we want to know the next step and we have the end picture in mind. But that's not how it works.